The leather community, BDSM community, has always known about safe, sane, and consensual sex. And it seems like the rest of the gay community in particular almost didn't know that that existed. And it made sense that we went out, and the first thing we did is we became teachers. And we taught people about safe and sane and consensual sex and how you can really get off without possibly infecting each other, and how incredibly erotic and sensual sex could be and still be really safe. In the beginning, the community at large didn't really care. It was a gay disease. And the gay community in general didn't care because, for two reasons, in my perspective. One, it wasn't happening to them. It's not me. And two, they were terrified. You could walk down Castro Street and see young men walking down the street with canes, or covered in Kaposi spots, or just gaunt and skinny, looking like concentration camp victims, and people walked around them. They crossed the street. The leather community is incredibly brave and incredibly provocative, and they had no trouble jumping right in. I just remember most of us became caregivers. And to be honest, from my memory, I remember it's because our guys got hit, and they got hit really hard and was suffering, and here were these gorgeous, beautiful men that were withering away to nothing. So I think we jumped into action in the beginning because it was our brothers, and then it just expanded from there. And I would like to think we set an example. But even so, it took years for other people to be hands-on. I mean, we were caregiving people, blowing, wiping their noses, cleaning up their vomit, doing things like that. I just see my community as being strong, outspoken, and willing to put their back into it. When other people say, oh yeah, I'll just give money, but I don't want to touch it. We touch it, we're down in the dirt, so to speak, with the boots on the ground. Whenever, oh yeah, I'll just write you a check. But no one was really the caregivers. We were the caregivers. And I just think that people need to know that to achieve that level of camaraderie, you gotta get your hands dirty. You gotta do something about it. You can't be just so self-involved that you don't see the environment around you or other people. The pain of losing people is so deep and inherent. It is to ingrain that in yourself and live with that, and yet still be able to push on to the next person. There was a week when I personally lost 12 people in 1 week. That's tough. And I think that it speaks to character, fortitude, dedication, and a community that was really tight-knit. We all know each other. We all care about each other. We all love each other a lot. And I think that doesn't exist in the greater gay community or in the straight community. I think as a subculture of a subculture of a subculture, we're very special and we're very strong. I think one of our early failures were that we underestimated it. We underestimated it by a lot. And I think even for us, I know for me, I was shocked seeing really young men waste away. And it was, my grandmother said to me that in her whole life, she never experienced what I was experiencing, and it affected her. And this was my grandmother. She was like 90 when she told me that. So I think that our underestimation of it, and the fact that we didn't pool enough resources, but we were great in a pinch, we rallied, we knew how to punt really well, and we depended on each other, and I think it really brought our community closer together than ever before. I'm not sure that I have a vision of AIDS in its relation to the leather community going forward. I think the leather community will always be at the forefront of the important causes and equal rights for us, considering that in many communities, the gay community at large ostracizes members of the leather community. So going forward, we just got to stick together, plow through, not let anybody stop us.